But let's start off with the car that many of you really want to know about. It is the new cross version of the i20 hatchback from Hyundai Motor India, and we're talking about what's being called the i20 Active. Bala spent some time with the car in Goa. Here's the review.
It's CNB's Viewer's Choice Car of the Year 2015. And now it is available in a more, let's say, active avatar.
Now the cross hatch segment of the market, with the likes of the Toyota Etios Cross, the Cross Polo and even the Fiat Aventura, really hasn't taken off as much as expected. But I do expect things to stir up just a little bit more with the entry of the Hyundai i20 Active. Now Hyundai is calling this a sports styled vehicle and not going with the cross terminology, because not just you've got the fairly rugged looks of the crossover, along with the increased ground clearance, you also got a fairly good set of engines, as well as importantly very strong features. That's what Hyundai does really well. Packs it with lots and lots of features on the exterior as well as on the inside, making the competitors look fairly pale in comparison.
You immediately get to see the taller stance of the car, especially from the side, as the ground clearance has been enhanced by 20 mm compared to the hatch. At 190 mm, it doesn't match up to that of the Fiat Aventura, but certainly more than the Cross Polo or the Etios Cross. The taller stance does provide the Active a differentiation from the i20 hatch.
Now the styling of the Hyundai i20 Active does work for me, because the styling isn't way too over the top. Despite its aggressive stance, you've got the rugged crossover looks with the cladding across the body as well as the roof rails, and you've got some additions like the 16-inch alloy wheels with the new diamond cut design and the projector headlamps with DRLs, as well as the fog lamps with the cornering function. Now we put this question on styling of the i20 Active in terms of how it fares against the competition, and most of you on our CNB Facebook page did mention that the Aventura still is the most good looking car, but I would say that the i20 Active would possibly come a close second, if not better looking than the Aventura.
All that extra cladding means that the i20 Active weighs about 15 kilos more than the hatch. Despite our hopes, Hyundai hasn't upped the power on this variant. The petrol engine is the same as the 1.2 Kappa 5 that we all know well, married to the 5-speed manual box. While the diesel is the U2 CRDI, but has an extra 11% burst of torque added in as compared to the hatch. That's the car with us now.
Now unlike the Fiat Aventura, which saw the handling being affected majorly as a result of the increased ground clearance, the i20 Active doesn't seem to have any of those major problems. It does fairly well in straight line as well as around corners. It manages to handle pretty well. The suspension also has been tuned very well. It takes in the potholes very well, so pretty perfect for city driving conditions. Although I do wish that the steering would feel slightly bit more heavy to just offer a better feel and increase the overall driving experience.
The car does handle well enough, but there is some body roll that creeps in on the cornering. Gear shifts are quick and the engine lag isn't perceptible. A very similar looking cabin to the i20 hatch, but don't miss the orange highlights in the otherwise all black interior. Now does that splash of orange work? Well, yes, given the youthful appeal of the variant, especially on the gear level and on the seats. Other features like sporty aluminium pedals, reverse camera with steering adaptive display on the rearview mirror, automatic climate control and push button start. The i20 Active will be launched in 5 variants, 2 petrol and 3 diesel. The car will be launched on March 17th. expect Hyundai to price the i20 Active attractively at a 50,000 to 70,000 rupee premium over the top-end model of the hatch, for which prices start at 5,23,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi.